kind of makes me emotional to see how strong and resilient the people are here.
Can you tell the people a little bit about how this place went from being one of the most criminalized neighborhoods in the world to this lively, soulful, and joyful place that tourists come every day?
And how they're choosing art instead of violence to get out of violence. I have a lot of respect for that. Yeah, you're probably wondering how I went from crying to then rapping in the third biggest favela in the world in the same day. Well, you want to stay tuned because visiting Comuna 13 was definitely the highlight of our trip in Medellin, Colombia. You've arrived at your destination. We're just about to head to our tour to Comuna 13. I don't even know where we are, but as you can see, the vibe here is completely different. A lot of like street vendors, totally a different part of Medellin in Medellin. I think Comuna 13 is gonna be really cool, really artsy. We can already start to see some graffitis, the colors, the architecture of the houses is different. Like, this is gonna be really cool, guys. We decided we wanted to do the tour with a local guide that grew up in Comuna 13 so that we would get the most authentic experience that we could. And I would highly recommend doing that if you plan on visiting Comuna 13, as they have inside knowledge and insights that no one else has. Our guide explained to us how youth was choosing art over violence in Comuna 13, and street performing, especially dancing, was one of the main sources of art that youth would choose to stay out of trouble and fund their education as well. After all the fun and excitement from the dancing, we then went to this basketball court that may look like nothing, but this used to be an execution place, and it was astonishing to see once more how the Colombian people decided to transform something that was really dark and negative into something that was fun, light, and positive for the community. I am just amazed how here in Comuna 13 and in Colombia, Black women are seen as beautiful. They actually define the beauty standards. And it's so refreshing to see Black women being celebrated and color being celebrated and diversity being part of the community and seen as equals. It touches my heart. I don't want to get emotional again. But everywhere I see shirts of Black women and graffitis and paintings, and it just makes me as a person of color feel so included and valued in the community. It's really true. Our guides were saying that they welcome everyone with open arms here. Visually, it's true, and I can also feel it. It's so refreshing. So art is a really big part of Comuna 13, but so is the food. So I was really excited when Alex told us that he was gonna bring us to his favorite street vendor and that we would get to taste the heart and soul of Comuna 13. This is spicy sausage. It's amazing. Oh my God. Beef, potatoes. All these flavors are so explosive. I'm crying with all this deliciousness. Oh my God. Needless to say, the food was amazing, but our guide still had a few surprises for us up his sleeve. All right, guys, we're here in Comuna 13. Again, this place has so much soul, so much color, so much history. It's absolutely breathtaking. The people rose from violence and being viewed as like one of the most, well, it was one of the most criminalized places in the world, to now this.
We're in an art gallery. We're viewing art from everywhere in the world. We're tasting food. We're gonna see a rap battle. There's dancers, painters. It's just, again, this place has so much soul, and it's touching the strings of my heart to see it all, honestly. Our tour guide has been giving us so much valuable information about this place. I needed to interview him and let him tell us the history of this place. So first of all, please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hello everyone, nice pleasure to meet you. My name is Alex. I am actually right now the tour guide. I grew up in here. I got born in here as well. I saw all the history, what happened with Communa 13, with all the violence, the unfair trades, and also what happened with the whole history and how much we've been through violence, all right?
Can you tell the people a little bit about how this place went from being one of the most criminalized neighborhoods in the world to this lively, soulful, and joyful place that tourists come every day?
There's something really special about these days, and is that art is a really perfect way to be showing some meanings. What's beautiful about art is that art is just an universal language. You can learn everything, or you can show everything through the art, because you don't have to learn a new language. You get the feeling of a song or something like that. We have decided that art actually is the best of the opportunities for our children, our young people, and also people from around here to get focused on something else, instead of killings, wars, drug dealings, or gang membering. People, what it's doing right now is they're getting new opportunity, not only to gain up cash, but also to be getting focused on something else. That's the way we're doing the transformation. Art represents the way that we're showing to the world our main message about how everything is changed. Or just like the way I like to say it, if there's a will, there's a way.
So this is where, after my interview with Alex, I felt super inspired by the people of Communa 13, and I was just in the flow. If you travel, you know what I mean. So when Alex asked if someone wanted to take part in the rap battle, I don't know what got into me, guys, but I said yes, and I did it.
Everybody put your hands on. Okay, everybody put your hands on. En 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Je m'appelle Ebony. Je ne sais pas rapper, mais je voulais venir ici et démontrer ce que je fais avec les gens de la Colombie. Yes, je ne sais pas danser, mais je peux twerker. Les mots ici sont respectés. J'adore la vie. Yes, je te lance le micro. Vas-y, mon ami.
Como me enamoraste de ti, no quiero propina, quiero tu WhatsApp. Claro, para ver si un día hablamos. Improvisaciones, hermano, yo sí tengo un escenario. Amigos, ¿saben por qué me acabo de alegrar? Porque ahora tenemos una buena integrante que con nosotros va a trabajar. Hey, yo, my people. Hey, amigos, los aplausos.
My last question for you, what do you want the world to know about the Colombian culture?
There's a lot of things that I would like to share, but mostly is come visit and realize that Colombia is a beautiful place. It's not represented by the violence, the killings, the wars. No, Colombia is represented by the people, the food, la gente berraca. That's the way to do it as well, okay? Everyone, Colombia is a really beautiful place. There's a lot of nature, there's a lot of colors, beautiful people, joyful people. Hey, we're waiting for you. Anytime you want to come visit, don't forget Colombia is your home.
And it's welcoming. Thank you so much for your generosity and your time. I really appreciate it, Alex. You heard it from the best tour guy. If you come here, you need to get this guy. He's awesome, seriously. All right, guys. Ciao.
Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe to support this channel. And you don't want to miss out next week's episode, where I bring the question, is Colombia safe, to the streets of Medellin? You're going to be really surprised by the answers that I got. Stay tuned. You've arrived at your destination.